Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Flutter Academy. And in today's video we are creating an ebook app which will have 4 screens. First screen is the home page screen and the second screen is details screen, and the other two are one reading screen and other the listening screen, on which the user can perform the task which you want to. So let's get started and let's see what code we are going to do. We have customized the boilerplate code, and we have put our own code containing home page referring from the main.dart file, and we have created a column which is white in color, which is scaffolded in white in color, and we have also created safe area so that the top bar should not coincide with the upper things. And we have created the model file dart file. You can get these from the GitHub link which I have been putting in the description. And in the perspec.yaml file we have to add Google Fonts and asset file. So let's get started. You can get the links of the files from the description of the video. The home page, and on the home page we are creating the top bar and passing a container. So let's say the variable size contains the size media query dot off context of size. We can use that in the height size dot height. We would use 0.09% of the total height. We would provide a color of the red so that we could know what we are doing. And let's provide the child. We are providing a layout builder so that we can know about the height and width of the red container we have created. And in the red container we would be creating some icons like going to profile image at the right and the menu icon at the left. So let's create the first container. Provide the custom height which we can get from the constraints parameter which we have provided in the layout builder. We will use the custom height of 0.6 for our menu icon. We are using a row, so we have to provide a width also. Let's say the color white color given to the menu icon, and then we would create a padding around the red container so that it would look nicer. We would create a padding of the width 0.02. That would be okay. That looks nice. So let's provide the child, and we are giving an icon. So you can use the menu icon of the material, and that's look nice. We can use a fitted box around it so it can be responsive on various orientations on various screen sizes. Provided the fitted box, you can look let's way bigger. So let's provide, no, it's look okay. We have diminished the width a little and diminished the height a little. Now it looks perfect. So let's create another icon of the profile image we are looking for. You may get all the links of the profile image and other things from the GitHub link provided in the video description. So we created another clone of the icon that we have created earlier. Let's change the icon of that to there we can create our profile. So we will use images. We can also do decoration image. So we will use the box decoration, and then in that we will provide the color, otherwise it would give error because If you are using decoration, then you must have to provide the color inside the box decoration, not outside it. You will receive an error. So let's define some border radius so that it may turn into a circle. You can also use the shape property, so it should be the half of the height or think so. You can test it out on different. So it's an elliptical, so let's fix it. Now it looks oval, so we must give the height and width same, so we could obtain a circle. Now it's a circle. So now we will provide the image of you can use the image given in the GitHub, or I'm using the image from the asset / images folder that I've created. So you must have to provide decoration image. In that you can provide asset image. In the asset image you have to provide the path at which your image is located. So I'm going to provide the path. In that you can look at the image that it have taken. So we will use boxfit.cover property to action. Yeah, it's look nice. Fill that would stretch the image. Might look nice. Now we will create a container which would say hello Aman or hello your name. You can put the name you want. So let's create that. We have to provide the width. Same thing we were doing previously. Now let's give it color or white. You can see the container that we have got on the emulator. In that we will use the child text. Oh sorry, child text. The text we will provide hello dash, it's my name Aman. We can wrap it in a fitted box. Yeah, it looks nice. We would also provide the style of the text that we have written, Google Fonts dot Lato. That we can, yeah, it's look nicer than that. And the Google Fonts library, you can get any font you want, which is provided on the font.google.com. So you can use the library. It's very nice. So let's provide the font weight dot, let's track it out different font weights. Let's look way thinner, and that's look nice. We'll provide a size box between the menu icon and the hello Aman, so we get at the left of the profile picture. It will look nicer. Zero 0.5 of the width. Oh yeah, that's a bit. You can restart the app to meet the changes. You can see that we have created almost created a the app bar, custom app bar. So yeah, we have removed the red color and it look nice. We created the custom app bar. So now create we will create a new folder home page. In that we will have the custom app bar that we have created, so that our code looks good. And we must create tab top bar dot. After that we have to do the formalities of importing the packages. Now we'll use the stateless yet because the code does not contain any stateful tasks. We have not to update the UI again and again on any, so we'll copy and paste the custom app bar inside the top bar home that we have created. So we will copy and paste it in there. I will fix the errors. First of the size, we provide a variable named size, and we will use a media query. Media query has a lot of information about the screen. My error is gone. Now we have to provide a semicolon at the end of the return statement. So now we have to import that file into the home page.dart. Now we'll call the constructor of that class we have created, top bar home. Now we'll refresh to see the changes. Now we'll do some fixes of the app bar. Now we will create a new container. We must provide a different color to the container because we can see what is the thing that we are creating. Provide a purple color. Let's do some customization in the top bar with the height of the top bar 0.08. And the profile does not look circular, so we must provide 0.30. You can provide 0.275 or you can use 0.30 to make it a complete circle. Now it's a complete circle, you can see on the emulator. Now we will provide a child layout.builder. Context constraints layout builder. Then we will use a return statement. Now we use a children. We will have two containers inside this column that we have created inside the layout builder. In the first column we will provide the code that we have to write. In the second we will provide the text that which person has said that code. So to that we must have different sizes of both containers. So let's say Ramanujan code. He is a great Indian mathematician. Copy a code from the Wikipedia or Wikicode. Paste it here. Now you can see the Now you can see the code in the container. After that we will wrap it at the center so that the code would go in the center. We can also align the text using alignment. First let's provide the style to text using the Google Fonts package. Let's provide a, yeah, that looks nicer. Provide the customized font weight dot bold or W400 would be okay. Now you can see let's also provide the font size. Font size of let's say 25. No, it's look way bigger. So 23 would be okay. Yeah, it's look nicer than that. We must text line alignment dot center. No, that's wrong. We can't use that. Yeah, we have to use text align here, I guess. Let's see the definition. Cut it out. See the definition of text align. Yeah, we have to use a text align widget. Text align dot center would be okay. Yeah, it look nicer. After that we will create we will decrease the size of the container that we have provided a little. Yeah, let's reload. Now we'll create another container that will contain the name of the author who have written that quote. Doing the same things again. Zero point 275. Have the margin so that you don't get the overflow error on various devices. Say colors dot white would be okay. It's loading. So you can subscribe my channel if you find this content worth watching. Please subscribe. Yeah, we have got. I will provide text in the child. Let's use text. Provide the name of the his Srinivas Ramanujan, great Indian mathematician. Use a destructor that what you call in a C language. SRI Navasram. There, the code looks okay. We have Srinivasa Ramanujan. Provide the width to the container that 0.8 would be okay. And we provide repetitive the fitted box so you can adjust the font size itself. Yeah, it looks nicer than that. Style change, same thing again. Google Fonts will be used. Lato, or you can import a text file. No, the text package like in the form of TTF, and you can place that into a assets folder which we have created, or you can use the Google Fonts package that I am using currently. Now it looks nicer on the emulator. Fitted box help us to make the responsive UI, as there should be different mobiles having the different screen sizes, but it may detect the screen sizes. And let's remove the colors that we have passed. Remove pink, remove purple. So reload the app. Yeah, as we have created the codes file, we will create a new file code.data and put all the data that we have created inside this, particularly that container. So doing the formalities, STL. You can use STFL for stateful widget. We will get the structure of the stateful widget or stateless widget that you want. In this case we are using stateless, so let's copy, grab the whole container, cut it out, paste it into the quotes, do some fixes. There are two errors. First up, we have to provide the size variable, media query, and now we will provide the semicolon at the end of the return statement. Now we will do import the quotes.dart inside home page. Now I will pass the constructor of the quotes next to the top bar. Let's reload. It would take some time. Yeah, you can see that emulator has got. Now we will do some customization inside the quotes file. We will provide the custom color, not custom color, we will provide the colors dot a value of color 44, 44, 1. It's kind of black. Let's see how it looks. Provide the opacity of 1. Yeah, it's not looks that good, so we must use a different shade. We can use brown, so let's see how it goes with the brown. With the opacity of 0.7, let's say. Yeah, there is some error. I think we have forgot to add a close bracket. I think yes. Let's Control Z, Command Z. Then yeah, we have forgot to add the close bracket. Now let's fix it. Colors dot brown with the opacity of 0.7. Now it looks good. You can see on the emulator. Now we will customize the author's name. Let's provide it's black, kind of black. Font weight W300 would be okay because it looks thinner and looks quite good. Now all things have created. Reload it, see the changes. Now we will create the search bar. So create a new file, searchbar.dart. We'll import the packages. and after that we will create a stateful widget, search bar, and we will call the constructor inside the homepage.dart. Search bar. Now let's get the things here on. First we will provide a container, but we will provide the variable size equals to media query dot of context dot size. I'll provide the size dot. We have done, I think we have done some error. Oh, we forgot we have double dot size, and oh, we have provided size dot height. Now it would be okay. 0.07. Let's provide the color so that we can see the development. Go to the reload. Take time. Yeah, you can see the red. Now we'll create the design of the search bar. We will have a width of around 0.9. That looks okay. We will also round the corners. We should use that inside the decoration, otherwise it would give an error. I have said it earlier. Now we'll use the border radius. Dot circular. Provide approximately half of the height of the container, red container. Let's say size dot 0.05. Yeah, that looks perfect. You can give maximum. If you give maximum, then the height, half of the height of the container, you will get a circle. If you provide minimum, you will get a oval, or a, if you provide exactly equals to the half of the height, you will also get a circle. Or you can use different things. Now we will provide a row in the container. Inside the layout builder, provide children. First we have to contain an icon. Let's provide colors dot white. Let's save it after giving some height. Given the height, change dot max width 0.3 or 0.2. You can use, yeah, you can see the container 0.15 would be okay. Now set the padding of the red container. We will use the dot symmetric horizontal, so that we got the padding on the left and the right side. 0.05, 0.02 would be okay. We have to also use icons dot search. Yeah, you can see the search icon. It looks, I think we have to reduce the opacity by providing a color. We can use a fitted box, provide the colors dot rgbo 44 1 opacity 0.8. That looks good. 0.8, 0.7. So right here 0.5. Yeah, that looks perfect. 0.55 would be enough. Yeah, height of the container. Create another icon at the right side. So let's say padding 0.03 would be enough. So it completely black color, or say 55 height 75 would be enough for it. We will use the menu icon here, list menu. Oh, forgot the name of list menu. It was list. Let's what was the icon? I forgot. It was filter list, I think. Yeah, that was the icon we were looking for. Why 0.7 height, 0.65 would be enough. Colors dot white. Now we have to add a text field at the center of the search icon and the filter list. So we will create a text field. Let's provide a container in the row. Let's provide height of, it's lagging a bit, constant dot max height 0.7. We will give that later. Width of around 0.7. Now we have to create a child. We will use text field. Text field. You can suggest me in the comment box that I should create more speed code videos or the descriptive ones that I am creating right now. Which one you want? Now give the enabled border parameters. Let's give it the border side. I don't want any border side. I will get border side dot none. Yeah, you can see the we must also give the focused border. Same thing, outline. Focus border is a argument which is used when we click on the text field. Yeah, as we click on the, we don't have any borders. Field, let's say field false. So hint text that search book authors title. So, title author genre. Provide the hint style. You can use the Google font, same as that of we were providing the text. Say, yeah, you can see the search by title, hint text in the text field. Now we will customize it a little. We'll provide a custom size. Let's say 13. Yeah, it looks nice. Uh, provide a color. Start black. The opacity of 0.4, I think. Yeah. Now we will click and write the things. Let's cursor, use cursor. No, there is no cursor. Oh, I'm wrong. We will use. No, there is no cursor. We will use outside the input decoration. Colors dot black 64 or 45 would be enough. Yeah, that looks nice. We have to also give the search bar an elevation, which we can use with the material. Wrap the whole container with the material and provide the elevation to it. Elevation of 4. So Control S. First, yeah, moving size. Wrapping it with material. Yeah, you can see that, but we have to also have border radius. Now it looks nicer. Rectangle is also looking nice, but we will copy and paste the border radius. Yeah, search bar created nicely. Here's the sized box to have a little distance between the quote and the search bar. Provide a comma. Let's run it. Yeah, you can see now the search bar looks fine and working fine. We have now created the search bar. Now we will create a container in which we will put the books which we are currently reading, and we will have a progress bar that how much we have read a book. So now we will create a new file name continue reading dart. In that we will import the packages which we want to use. Like we want to use these two packages. I will copy and paste it. Now we will create a stateful widget continue reading dart. Inside they will create this class continue reading stateful widget. Now we will pass a size parameter as we have passed earlier in many classes. Now we will pass the height of the container. I am putting this in percentages because it would be responsive on different layouts or different screen sizes. Now let's give it a purple color. Now save the code. Now call the code into the home page file by importing continue reading dart. Let's call continue reading. Yeah. Now we will have a purple container. Now there should be a space between search and container so that we can see the elevation of the search bar clearly. So let's say 0. Now it's looking good. Now we'll proceed to the container further. Yeah, that's looking good. Clean and smooth UI. Yeah, this arrival will gone if we use single child scroll view in our home page dart. So don't bother that why that is error coming. That error is coming. So now pass the layout builder. Layout builder is used to generally make the content responsive on the various screens. I will pass a column inside that. In the column we will have various containers containing like header, like we will create header, pass a container to that, pass height 0.12, gives the color of, let's say, white. Now you can see the 0.12 height. Let's increase height a little bit, 0.18, and that's good. Now we'll proceed further. Now we will, let's say its red is more vibrant. Now we will create another layout builder. You can use either row or layout builder. I just use layout builder to simplify the things, to use constraints inside the height and the width parameter. So you can either use directly a row, or you can use layout builder as like me. Same, doing the same things, container height. So guys, you can subscribe to my channel if you are liking my content. I will make in-depth videos about every UI that I will make, not just like speed code ones. If you want the speed code ones, then I can create. Let's give it a white. Let's increase some padding around the red container, and let's give its as inserts dot symmetric with the horizontal 0 point. That's a lot. 0.03 would be okay. 0.03. Yeah. Now we will pass the child inside it. The child we will use text. Continue reading. Let's pass inside it a fitted box. Fitted box is a really nice widget use that I have used many times in my app. So you must create a habit of using some general widgets in your app. So let's say font weight, we get 44500 W. No, let's say bold. Yeah, that's looking good. 0.52. Use that. Let's create another and copy and paste it in, and let's replace the width to 0.2 or 0 point something. Let's reduce the height also, because we want a smaller container. We'll view all. By clicking on this, user can view all the books. Yeah, you can see. We'll also give some color to it later, so that it would look nicer. And we will either pass a side box inside them, or we can use main axis alignment to space between. Yeah, that's looking nice. Reload that. Now you can see Our container has created. Now I will remove the color on it so you can see it better. Let's comment it. Then you can see that I have created. Will give some color to the containers and to the text continue reading. Let's give it 66, 66, 86, 1 and delete all the things. You prefer RGBO values. Let's say 66 would be okay. Yeah. After that, we'll also pass the color to the container, different container containing the view all. Let's say it will use black with opacity 0.5 to the text of view all. Now it is looking okay. Let's get back the colors, background colors. Now we will create another container inside this column, and that would contain a lot of things. So 0.8 of the height would be okay. Let's do some calculation. 0.81 would be fine. Now let's give it a color. Let's say pink color. Now you can see the container. Now we'll pass the layout builder. Layout builder is null. Oh, we have to return a widget inside the layout builder. As usual, passing context and constraints. I will create a column. That column we will have two containers. Let me think. Should we use container? Should we use container and column, or should we use list view builder? Let's use list view builder instead. List view builder would be okay for generating the particular UI that we want. Now pass the item builder, and that we will same item builder is like that of layout builder, that you can pass the widget you want to create a list of. I will create a horizontal list. So creating the widget that we have to return in the list, we will have a container. Let's say given 0.84 would be okay. 0.84 would be okay, I think. Yeah, 0.84. So let's give it a color, different color. Let's say green. My laptop is lagging a bit. Now we'll reload after giving some bits to the container we have created. Let's say 0.34 or 3.5 would be okay. Yeah, now let's reload. It's taking time to reload. Reload is in progress, ignoring request. Gray container on reloading. Yeah, we got. So let's say We will pass the item count, let's say 3. We will use the models, and we will use the continue dot file, continue dot continue reading file, that the book data class we have created inside. You can get that on my GitHub link that I have provided, or you can create your own model. So let's say scroll direction axis dot horizontal. Yeah, you can see the 3 containers, 3 green containers. Let's say margin inside the container, and there is no margin, so we'll pass inside the container margin of say 0. We'll use constraints, or we can use directly the number. Now you can see clearly the 3 containers. I will pass a decoration because we have to pass an image, or you can directly pass the image as a child to the, or you can use decoration to pass the image inside the box decoration. So let's give it some, firstly give it some border radius inside decoration. So border radius of 0.1. I will check out different values. There is some error. Let's reload. Yeah, what there we have got. Yeah, we have to pass the color inside the box decoration itself, otherwise we will get an error. If you are using a decoration, then you have to provide. Now you can see the border radius. Let's say 0.05 would be okay. You can try out different values according to your choice, and this looks way better. Now we can pass the image inside the decoration, or you can pass the image as a child. We'll pass as a decoration. Asset image, we'll pass the path of the image, and we are getting the path from the continue model data file models. So we will use continue reading index dot, let's say image path. So we will successfully get the images. Yeah, you can see the 3 images that we have got. Now we will pass a fit property, because fit property allow us to fill the screen, fill the container, or we can cover the container. Cover by using cover box fit dot cover, you will have a layout, centered focus layout. You will get an increase of size, we can say a small increase of size, so it would fill the container that you are currently working on. I will pass some box shadow. We will use a list. We have to pass a list, so we'll pass box shadow, and we'll use comma and box shadow properties. So remove the background color. I also remove the red one. I will use the primary color in the next video or the next project I will create, because in this project I had a lot of problems using different colors for the different types. So now we will pass some box shadow. Offset of 0 or 2 to 4 we can say. You can pass according to your wish. 4 1 would be okay. First we have to use, yeah, it will create a shadow. You have to pass the color of the shadow, otherwise as default it has a black color. So you can pass the shadow according to your wish. So by the time your image is not loaded, if you are using a network image, then this thing will be displayed. You can either use a background image background container having some shimmering effect until your image is loaded. You can try different things. Now let's say photo would be okay. Yeah, that looks fine, but we have a lot of x dx I think. So see, we have created the image. Now we will pass the name of the book. Let's create a container for that, giving it a height of 0.07. Let's say the width of 0.34 or 39 would be okay according to the screen. You can use a little larger or little smaller because we have to use this container just below. Yeah, you can see the yellow one, that the container we have created. So now we'll pass use 0.33. Let's pass a text child. We'll pass the name of the book from the continue reading dot file. Text alignment. Uh, no, there is no text alignment. There is no alignment, I think, in the text. So we'll use. Oh, there is a text align. Let's first put the name of the book, then we will do the further things. You can see the names of the different books. Now we'll wrap it inside a fitted box, or you can use style. Let's give some styling. Yeah, that we are using Google Fonts, or we can use a text package named Lato because we have used Lato all over our app. We're doing the basic things. Let's give it some padding. I always prefer to use uh, constraints.max or size constraints.max width, but sometimes you can use the integer values as well, but don't always use the integer values or rely on one thing because it will not create your app responsive. So let's have a sized box between the image and the name of the image. So that would be okay. Now we have to create another container which will create a progress bar that how much book we have read till now, so we can get an idea that how much book is remaining. Let's pass a color dot black. There is some error. I always put a comma after the always put comma after the container, so that is the error that is showing. Oh, I forgot after saying. Now you can see the black bar that we have created. We'll do some modifications, or we can use the decoration to pass some border radius. You can see now we will change the color of the name of the book to the color 66, 66, 66, 86, and you can see the different color. Now we'll pass a passing padding around the black color container that we had created earlier. See, padding to the left side only. Now we'll pass a child layout builder. In this we will pass a container, and then in that container we would pass a stack to create the effect that how much the container is filled and how much book we have read till now. So let's say we can directly use stack also, and then provide the things like how much percent the book have been read using a positioned argument, but we will prefer the row as of now. Doing some basic things, providing the height and width according to the UI. Width of 0.8 was the decoration. Let's give it a border radius. I have a slow typing speed. Zero point 0.3. I have not given the color to the container yet, so let's define the color. This time we will use 230, 230, 232 with the opacity 1, or you can use colors.black with some opacity that you want. Now you will see this is 0.6. Yeah, there is a container, a small container. Now that is perfect. You can see the container that we have just created in a row. There is some padding. Let's reduce that padding. Remove that padding. Now you can see there is an aligned. It is aligned with the book name. We will pass this text inside this container. Now doing some adjustments. And we will pass another container that will show the percentage, how much percent the book have been completed. So it's showing error because we have width greater than 1.0 or 100% of the container under which of the parent container. So we'll, let's say 0.18%. You can see the bar provide the percentage data from the continue.dat file. Continue reading. Percentage completed dot to string, because that's integer value that I have used. So you can see 6416. I will pass the center with the fitted box. It will contain inside the center. Yeah, we'll also add the sign of percentage. Would look genuine. So we'll get styling lato with some, let's say, font weight or colors to black or RGBO value. You can give the black color also, that would sort it. I'm using the same value a lot of time, so I must define a primary color. Let's give it font weight dot w300. Yeah, That looks a way thinner. Now that is looking cool. And in the first container, we will now do the things that we were supposed to. We'll pass a stack inside the child of the first container because we are using a container as a bottom, a container with the faded, let's say with the less opacity, and we will use a container on the front with the more opacity so that you can get and the idea that how much the book you have read. So we will use constraints. We have just copied and pasted the container. Now we'll use constraint dot max width multiply the percentage that we have read it book. Yeah, the percentage with a multiple of 0.01, I think, because with a multiple of 0.01, yes, with a multiple of 0.01. Oh, use the multiplication afterwards. Let's save it and see the changes if they happen. There is a no change. How there is a no change? Do we have written something wrong? Do we have written something wrong, or let me see. Let's pass 0.00. There is some error. Thing I think is we have used double constraints dot max width. Now you will fix the error. Yeah. Now we can use the continue reading index. It was a silly mistake from my part. Now you can see how much percent we have read the book. 64%, 16%, and some percent. Now we'll create another container like that of continue reading, but it will have more functions than this. It would be popular books that are currently in the market. So it's bottom overflowed by some pixels. It's because we have not passed a single child container yet. Single child scroll view. Now we can wrap the whole thing into single child scroll view. Now we will use continue reading again. Now you can see that there are two screens. Now we are colliding with the Appbar because we have used single child scroll view above the safe area, but we will use onto the column. Now we will not collide with the top bar. So let's say we'll create the same thing into a new. Now we will change the class name. The popular books. Now we will call the popular books inside the homepage.dart file. The homepage carries a lot of functions, so that's why the video is becoming so long. You will learn a lot of things by creating this, understanding this topic. So don't think that this takes a lot of time. In the speed, if this was a speed code video, it would be around 5 minutes or so, because they increase the speed of the code of about 5x to the 6x. According to me, the speed code videos are informative for the intermediate level developers. Doing the things, changing the things. Now we will use the popular instead of continue reading, because we will have different content for the popular. So doing some basic fix, we will have things replace all the places where there is continue reading with the popular list. Now you can see the different images that are loaded. Now the homepage is getting its overview. It's getting in shape. Now we have to use a lot of different things than that of the continue reading container. So we will grab the whole container. We should not use the bar, so we should delete that. Yeah, that bar we should not use, so we can delete the whole container, or we can delete the content of the bar. Getting an idea from where the bar ends, so we'll copy here from whole bar and delete it. Now yeah, you can see the name of the book. Yeah, that's what we want. I have copied the name 2 times, but replace it with the author name. The alignment dot center. Let's give it a width of around padding. Let's give it a padding. You can give the paddings according to your wish. There is no constraints on the padding that you should give. So you can try a lot of different things. So 0.6, yeah, that looks fine. W300, that's way too lighter. Let's give the 0.9 padding, 0.9 opacity. Now let looks what we want.